All right, we are going to be talking about something. Something that goes ahead and freaks out a lot of people. A lot of people don't like talking about this because it is very scary. Yes, buying the fear. Always buying the fear. Because you got to buy the fear. You buy the dip, you sell the rip. It's pretty simple. It's a terminology that does make your skin break out with goosebumps. It will send a shiver up your spine. I've been doing it for the last, give or take, probably about 5, almost 6 years now, and still, I get some goosebumps. I feel a knot in my stomach. Buying stocks when they are going down, it makes you feel very uneasy. It's not a good feeling. It doesn't make you feel wonderful. You ask yourself this question repeatedly, man, is this stock going to go down more? It's down by 10% today. Is it going to go down another 10%? Is it going to go down another 5%? Maybe I should hold off. Maybe I shouldn't buy so heavy. What should I do? Whenever you are faced with asking those questions, typically it is a great buying opportunity. Welcome here if you are new. Today is Sunday. It is my least favorite day of the week. Same with Saturday. I despise the weekend. I really do. I love Monday through Friday. Love the stock market. Love trading. Love investing. Love everything to do about it. And also buying the fear. I'm going to be probably adding more videos of these, more so on the weekends. And this is number 1. So I'm going to be making a playlist as well, too. I'll go ahead and put the playlist as the top pinned comment. This is definitely the first video number 1, intro video. If you enjoy this content, definitely smash the like button. It's entirely free. If you find value in me, I'm not a financial advisor whatsoever. I am really not a degen as well, also. Last year when I was covering a stupid penny stock, and primarily doing a lot more day trading. I did get some people call me a degen, but I mean, sure, there's a wide different range of what a degen actually is. Right now, I'm primarily focused on growth companies and also very much buying great dips. And we have a great dip going on right now. This dip could continue. I've been covering it for the last couple weeks now. If you want to see more of that content, definitely check out previous videos of mine as well. Long story short, I got into the stock market 2020. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I made life-changing money through 2020, 21. Little over 100K, easily beyond 3x'd it. So did so many other people. I mean, I actually knew someone that took a couple $100,000 in 2020, and by the end of 2021, they were over 7 figures. You didn't need to, have a wide range of knowledge. I didn't know what I was doing. I just bought all the COVID down stocks, and, a year and a half later, it's unreal. But then again, 2020, 21, we cannot compare markets because you cannot compare market A and market B. Every market is different. Every bull cycle is different. Every bear cycle is different. We may never see another 2020, 2021 again in our lifetime. I'm 37 years old. It could be maybe 20 plus years before I see another COVID style crash. Who knows? And honestly, hopefully it doesn't happen. A lot of people were in a world of hurting. And a lot of people made a lot of money because of people in pain and suffering. We live in a very, very demonic world. There's so many great opportunities in life to make money, but you got to remember on the flip side, if you are buying a foreclosed home and you get such a great deal out of buying a foreclosed home, somebody lost their home. You got to remember that. Just like how if you were to buy Metastock this week, I bought Metastock this week. Yeah, Metastock was at $594. I was buying shares all throughout the week. There were people that probably bought Meta like near all-time highs in the 700s, and they sold me a share for $594. They took a loss. Right now, I'm holding when it's beaten down. You got to remember that. You got to be appreciative at the same time. But buying the fear, it's everything. Absolutely every single thing. And I'm putting my mouth where my money is. Or actually, I should say money where my mouth is. I just got done having some coffee. I don't know why my brain's a little slow. But I'm doing a public profile challenge. And pretty much loading up on stocks that are very fearful right now. So, this is my Webull account. Yes, I do enjoy using Webull. Webull has a lot of negativity because it is very much a foreign-style broker account, but I just really, for me, it's easy. It's easy to use, and it looks like a gigantic computer game as well. So anyways, I actually have $5,000 more going to be hitting my account on Monday. But essentially, the SoFi shares that I own on this account, I am a SoFi raging bull. We're going to be talking about SoFi a little bit here as well. I have 1642 shares, over a $40,000 position with an average of $7.41 on my main account, my Robinhood account. And I was buying these shares of SoFi back during Liberation Day. My average was $12.78. I actually just bought $500 more of SoFi shares, I believe on Thursday it was, so a couple days ago. Why did I do that? Because SoFi dropped below a key level of support, and they very well could go lower. And I'm going to average up because SoFi is a phenomenal growth company. But it does come with risk. But it is trustworthy risk, in my opinion, because the management team is absolutely wonderful. So, I would like to take this profile. It's going to be a value of roughly around $34,000. Like I said, I got $5,000 more coming to the account. Probably going to hit on Monday. I got to deploy this capital of $11,365. I am a marketing major, not a mathematician. Not to mention, I've consumed a lot of alcohol throughout my 20s, so my brain is a little slow when it comes to mathematics. Although I did stop driving. I am sober from alcohol. I've actually been sober now for 1 year. I hit my 1 year mark yesterday. Feel great. No hangovers. $11,365. I need to deploy and get into stocks. If it's one thing that I'm a little fearful of is that I'm not being a little bit aggressive when it comes to buying stocks right now. So, my profile is pretty much all down pack. And yes, this is a very much risk-on profile, even though I beg to differ, because the reason I beg to differ is that I am buying companies that are accelerating their growth rates into a Fed cutting rate cycle by the fear. We are not going into 2022. 2022, the Federal Reserve was hiking rates. Companies were decelerating their growth rates. If you don't believe me, look this up. Companies going into 2022 saw their growth rates going down. We are seeing their growth rates go up. SoFi, they're growing. They were growing all this past year when I was buying them in a high interest rate environment. What do you think SoFi is going to do in a low interest rate environment? Oh, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Palantir, they just crushed earnings. So, same thing with Robin, all these different stocks. I'll actually go into them really quickly. Palantir, 68% growth acceleration. Can they go ahead and keep that up? Who knows? But the company is still growing. And the company has seen a near 30% pullback from all-time highs. Robinhood, big pullback from all-time highs. They're still growing. You got AMD. They're going to be massively growing over 3-5 years. All the AMD that I'm going to be buying is going to be a long-term hold, just like SoFi. Meta, they got hit because they ended up spending more money than they're generating. That's going to flip in the near future, and the stock is going to go back to all-time highs. We got midterms next year. All political elections, they use Facebook. Meta is gonna be very good next year. Honest Company is a risk on. They just got crushed by a transformation period. They're getting rid of products that don't do well, and they're moving to products that are doing well. Their transformation of their balance sheet. Nobody likes that. It scares people. SoFi went through a transformation in early 2024. So, yes, I do have a risk-on asset. I would like to go ahead and build my AMD position up by probably one more share. So I'm going to probably buy another share of AMD on Monday, make it $4,000 position. If AMD does pull back to the $180 range, then I'll go ahead and add some more, maybe $500, maybe $600 worth of shares. So 3 more shares, probably get into a $4,600 total position size. Robinhood, I got to be a little bit more aggressive with, but I got to see what we get for a bounce. Palantir, I need to be more aggressive. Robinhood, I would like to fill it to a $4,000 position. Palantir, I would like to get to maybe a $4,500 position size. So I gotta deploy more money, buy more shares. SoFi, I'm good unless they get down to the $20 level. Then I'll buy $500 more shares. If they crash even lower to the $18, $17 level, I'll buy $500 more shares. I'm only looking to maybe pick up about $1,000 worth of SoFi shares so far for deploying cash. So, if everything goes the way that I kind of really see it going, and if you're looking on the screen here, my money playing around here, we got 11,365. I'm gonna minus $200 for AMD share, $200 AMD share. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pick up essentially probably about $2,000, maybe $2,100 Robinhood here. Pick up another $2,000 of Palantir. This actually leaves me a lot more money than I actually thought, which kind of really shows I'm being a little bit too conservative in a way. But I'll get to my conservative case momentarily. So that's $7,000 left over, minus, let's say, $1,000 into SoFi, $6,000 left over. I got money left to really buy stock with if we break a lot of other key levels. If not, may dabble into a little longer SPY options. I don't really like doing options so much, but if I see something play out where I think it very well may, then I may roll, like, significantly. Just, you roll the dice with it. And you literally, it's, whenever I do options, I always feel like my nuts are going to explode in a way, because if we get a bad event happen, your options could very well be damaged drastically. And then what you have to do is either dollar cost average on your options, or you walk away with a loss. It sucks. But let's go ahead and pull up some of the charts here and really take a look at things. Because buying the fear essentially means that you are not in a terrible stock market. People are just fearful. People are just beyond fearful. If we go back to 2000, and we are on the SPY on the 1 day, so every one of these candlesticks on here is 1 day. So if we go all the way back to 2022, You look at just the massive, massive year. We were actually in a world of hurting all throughout 2022. And we busted out of here because the Federal Reserve stopped raising rates. And look what happened. Obviously, Liberation Day was self-inflicted. The tariffs, okay, we get it. What is the stock market doing? It's just having a correction. But is the correction because of declining growth rates, Federal Reserve increasing interest rates? There are problems in our labor market. Oh, no doubt. There's a lot of cracks. Unemployment is slowly ticking up a little bit. Nothing crazy, but I mean, we did increase our unemployment, and we don't even have the current data just yet for October. But for September, unemployment did go up by 0.1%, which that does matter. It really does. So we very well are just in a healthy correction. And there's nothing wrong with this, but people are losing their mind. People are beyond fearful. People are calling for the AI bubble to pop. Boop! People are calling for a massive downward spiral like this, where we fell by 20% earlier in the year. Typically, when so many people are calling for negative things, we do get a little bit of negative things, but it's not that bad, looking back historically. So, hypothetically speaking, if the SPY or major indexes, we do pull back a couple more percent, and then once the Federal Reserve comes out in literally like less than 10 trading days, because you don't see the weekends on here. So we have Monday, that's 1, Tuesday 2, Wednesday 3, Friday, Black Friday is 4, Cyber Monday 5, Tuesday 6, Wednesday, December 3rd is 7, Thursday is 8, Friday is 9, Monday, December 8th is 10. Did I leave one off here? And then you got Tuesday 12. I can't even count right now. And the Fed meeting is December 10th. That's like less than 14 trading days away. So we very well could dip lower until the Federal Reserve bails us out and calms the market, or we could fully recover from here. Now, hypothetically, if we go ahead on Monday, and if you want my honest prediction as a non-financial advisor, just someone who's been around for a little bit, I believe we're going to go lower on Monday. And I believe Tuesday is going to be even worse. And maybe Wednesday is going to be the worst day out of the week. The reason being is because stocks closed very weak on Friday. Very weak on Friday. Yes, the SPY closed green, but it opened very negatively. Very negatively. And during the day on Friday, we actually broke the 100-day moving average. We didn't close below the 100-day moving average, but we broke it. Cracks are really forming. Now, as for the SPY, I honestly really don't know. We could just be flat. But I can tell you, SoFi, we're below the 100-day moving average. We could very well have a red day in the 24s and just continue to trend down. Just kind of really see something like this up until the Federal Reserve meeting. I could be wrong. Maybe Monday we start a V-shaped recovery. This is one alternative timeline is right here. One alternative timeline is that we do this. One alternative timeline is that we do this. So we basically have multiple alternatives. I mean, hell, we can even argue within one alternative. Then the terrible alternative timeline is to do this. If we go ahead and do this, I have to buy shares because it is going to be a V-shaped recovery. If we go ahead and do this, I'm buying the fear. Same thing on Palantir. Palantir is looking pretty bad. I am a Palantir bull, and I'm also a shareholder. I love Palantir, but the technical analysis looks bad. It's not even really oversold just yet. RSI, Relative Strength Index, is 33. Anything below 30 is oversold. Everything is pointing down to Chinatown. We could trend down lower. To be honest, I hope we do, because I want to buy more shares. If we don't, if we trend back up, I'm going to be buying shares because we're doing the V-shaped recovery. A lot of people miss out on the V-shaped recovery. Robinhood, I got to be more aggressive. My first time being a shareholder in Robinhood ever. I chose SoFi last year over Robinhood. Really happy that I did. But I am a Robinhood bull, and I also use Robinhood. If you are buying the fear and you buy the V, I've talked about this in videos of mine. Even if you buy up here, you are still going to be making out because the stock is going to go higher. So many people do not buy the entire V-shaped recovery. So many people don't. And then they say to themselves, I wish I did. I have bought a lot of V-shaped recoveries now in the market over the last almost 6 years now. And every single time that I do, I buy the fear. It works in my favor. AMD. I do believe that gaps do get filled. If we go down to $173, the $6,300 that I'm going to have left over in this account, I'm probably going to end up putting like maybe $2,000 into AMD. I trust Lisa Su. I love what they're doing. The chip acceleration. They just acquired 2 companies that are going to allow them to massively grow. We could be looking at a $700-800 stock price in the next 5 years on AMD. Very great long-term. It's long-term hold. More so holding AMD longer. Meta is just fear all around. They're below all the moving averages. It's fear on Meta all around. Not to mention they are oversold. Meta RSI is 26. They are oversold. So, and also let me go to Honest Company. Same exact thing. Their company is boop. Honest is a risk on. If Honest were to go ahead and go back to $3 and I go ahead and make like $700-800 that quickly, I'm probably going to sell, take my profits, and move on. If Honest goes to $4, oh yeah, sell honestly. If Honest recovers back to maybe like this area slowly, I may hold for a little bit, see what they do. But I mean, if the stock goes soaring high very, very quickly, goodbye. I'm going to take my profits and move on. Quick, $500, $600, $700, $800, which is going to be great. Done that many, many times. Swing trading is holding under 6 months on a asset. So I more or less do not want to hold Honest very, very long term, but I am willing to put some capital to the risk for this company. Now, buying the fear, it's a psychological thing that so many people really just have a hard time settling with. It doesn't feel good. It makes you feel nervous. It gives you anxiety. Every single time that I buy, and all throughout this last week that I was buying stock, I didn't feel good. Did I feel good buying Meta so low? No, I had questions in my head. Hey, what if Meta goes even lower? Or what if Zuckerberg doesn't get it together and they go to the 400s? I have questions in my head. AMD. Should I be buying AMD right now? Should I wait a little bit? Like, they are still so above moving averages. Yeah, technicals do matter. But I am buying AMD for the long hold, so I don't know. Should I be buying AMD? Robinhood. Never owned Robinhood before. I don't know anything if this company's going to work out. I mean, yeah, I listened to their earnings. Obviously, in a bullish market, their stock price, their company makes a lot of money from transactions. But I mean, what if we go into a bear market? What if the stock falls back to the $60, back to $40? What if? Do I want to be holding with an average of like 100? Palantir. This stock does not go to the 200-day moving average very often. It looks like it could. What happens if it breaks the 200-day moving average? Is it going to go down to 100? Go down to $50 a share? Ooh. SoFi. You know, maybe I'm wrong on SoFi. Maybe Anthony Noto isn't going to deliver in a bad recession. The fear. Every single time that I have questions rolling in my head, it makes me buy. The fear. You buy the fear. Meta is green. Palantir's green. Robinhood. They just crushed earnings. Oh man, did you see Robinhood's earnings? The stock is up by 10%. Oh, I got to go ahead and buy right now. Yeah, I got to buy when the stock is up by 10%. The stock is going to go up by 50% over the next like several months. I got to get in right now. Come on. I got to buy. Are you buying the fear? Or are you fearful of missing out? Big difference. Fearful of missing out, or are you buying the fear? So, my overall goal is to take this stock profile, 34,000-ish, and turn it into a six-figure portfolio over 100K over the course of 1 year to maybe year and a half. It's a challenge. Do I believe that it can go to 100K in give or take a year and a half, even maybe a year? Very well possible. I mean, if Anthony Noto executes, let me go ahead and say this. Let's go ahead and pull some stuff up here. So, if Anthony Noto executes SoFi to the $45, right now, SoFi needs to be at $45 by June of next year for Anthony Noto to get stock compensation of, I believe, like $100 million. Might be like $125 million. It's a stock plan. Do you think that Anthony Noto is going to be fighting tooth and nail for that $100 million? Would I? Yeah, I would. What if SoFi goes to $50 in the course of 8 months from now? So you're talking SoFi double up. So I go from $9,600, which hypothetically I would deploy maybe another $1,000. So keep the number simple. Let's say SoFi is at $10,000 for my position size. We see a double up. Now I go from 10 to 20 grand for SoFi. Is that possible? Yeah, it is very possible over the course of the next year. Sure, anything can happen. Can my Palantir shares? I mean, can Palantir, if they continue their growth rates, could they go ahead and increase to maybe $250? So you're talking a $4,500 Palantir share price, a position size. Can I go from 4,500 to let's say maybe 6,000, 6,500? Sure. Could I go from my Robinhood position to 4,000 to 6,000? Sure. Could AMD pull maybe 50% to the upside, maybe even 100%? This year, 2026 coming, there's going to be a time where AMD's growth rates are going to take off to the races. Their stock price could double. I could have a $4,000 position go to an $8,000 position. A double up. Meta. Could I increase by 50% on my position size? Sure. Turn 4,000 into, or 3,500 into about maybe 6,000. Could Honest go up maybe $600, $700, $800? Sure. You add everything up right then and there. This profile is pretty much going to be worth about $50,000. 50 grand. So just by recovering from the fear, I'm making around anywhere between 10 to 15 grand. 34 grand to 50 grand by just buying the fear. Nothing crazy, not even talking about options or anything like that. Just by buying the fear. $15,000 on 34K, what is that? That's like almost half of the profile, maybe like 40, 42, 43%. Just by buying the fear. Buying the fear can make you great money. It can better your life. And for anyone watching that does buy the fear, I honestly hope and pray that you definitely better your life. Hopefully you found value in this long video. Like I said, we're going to continue to buy the fear style video and commentary. And I'm not sure what I'm going to call this one. Maybe Buy the Fear 2025 or something. I'll think of a good title. But like I said, if you want to see more content, definitely subscribe for more. I would love to grow this YouTube channel significantly. And I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully, well, I mean, for buying opportunities, hopefully Monday. We'll see what happens. All right, take it easy, everyone.